In It Together SC and the Diabetes Action Council of South Carolina present Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with Trey Taylor. Coping. In It Together SC presents Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping. I'm Trey Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us. We're giving you info and advice to help you thrive and survive in life because we will always be coping with something. Today, we're coping with water. It's Drinking Water Week, and Michele Brown joins us. She is with DHEC's Oral Health Department. Hey, Michele, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
I am too. We're going to have a great conversation about how important water is for you and for me. Michele's got some personal experiences, and of course I do too. So we're going to get back with Michele in just a minute. That's next. But first, hey, don't forget to check the bottom of the screen throughout the show. Scrolling, you will see information on COVID, tests, vaccines, community events, also job listings and financial resources also, including scholarships, help with your rent, mortgage, bills, and so much more. We are streaming on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, on the Tailor-Made production pages, and also on the In It Together SC pages. So please post and share so we can get the message to the masses, because today we are coping with water. It is Water Drinking Week. Yes, there is such a thing.
Right.
Michele Brown joins us. She is program coordinator and a pediatric public health dental hygienist at SCDHEC's Oral Health Division. Michele, thank you again so much for joining us today. I appreciate you having this important conversation about something that I think we kind of take for granted, but it's so important, and it's water.
Water, something as simple as water, we take for granted over here in the United States for sure. So yes, I'm happy to celebrate it, the Water Drinking Week, and I think it's something that we need to spread the word about how lucky we are to have what we have, and just to have conversations around just how easily accessible water is over here, and to discuss how we have water already clean, a cleaning system for it. And so I think it's something worth recognizing our achievements over here for sure.
Absolutely. And so that's what Water Drinking Week is about, just kind of recognizing that we in the United States have an opportunity to have clean water, right? And the benefits.
Right. Absolutely. It definitely plays a critical role. Having clean water definitely plays a critical role in your overall health and your oral health. So it's super important to highlight. I can't agree more.
So you are with the DHEC's Division of Oral Health. So tell us, how does water help us orally?
Oh, absolutely. So as you know, water, your mouth, let's start with the mouth. Your mouth is the portal to your whole body. And so whatever you put in your body from your mouth on, it affects your teeth, it affects your oral health. One of the biggest things that we advocate for is water drinking, because water is one of those things that rinses your teeth, keeps you healthy, keeps you strong. And if you have a strong body, then it affects your oral health as well. So a lot of times we talk about how important brushing is every day, morning and nighttime, with fluoride toothpaste. And then also we talk about flossing, but it's really important that we have water, because water really gets in between those teeth and keeps your gums healthy and keeps you healthy overall.
Why is it that water does that and not other liquids? Because the thought would be, well, I'm drinking whatever, Kool-Aid or lemonade or beer and wine for that matter.
We all have it, right?
Why is it that water, what is it about water that does all these things that other liquids don't do?
Oh, great question. So usually when I'm educating parents about oral health, I always mention that water is just one of those things that doesn't have any additives in it. You drink tea, there's some sort of sugar in it. When you drink soda, there's some kind of sugar in it. Water is one of those things where it does not have any sugar or any additives to it that can negatively harm your oral health or your teeth. And so when you drink a great bit of soda, and you drink a large amounts of sweet tea and Gatorade, those things over time can really weaken your enamel. Once your enamel is weakened, that's where cavities can start developing. And so water is one of those things where it can rinse off your teeth after you had a great meal. It can hydrate you so that your gums are healthier and you are healthier so that your teeth can be positively impacted.
Yeah, you mentioned other drinks, and I want to bring in the fact that you had a childhood, what a lot of people did with eating sweets, drinking tea. How did that affect you?
Oh, it is so funny. My story is so funny. It's kind of to dentistry. So
Oh,
growing up, I grew up in a household that drank we consumed a lot of sweet tea and a lot of Mountain Dew and a lot of those products that have that sugary sweets in it. And so by the time I was in college, I spent a good bit of time in the dental office because I was
mhm.
filling cavities. I was having heavy restorative treatment done to make sure that my oral health needs were met. In the process of doing that, I fell in love with dentistry.
That's
I met
interesting.
the dentist was super kind, super nice, willing to walk me through about what it looks like to have positive oral health, and then continuously going back just for treatment because that's one of the things that those high sugar drinks have. It will definitely affect you over time. But going back into my cleanings, I would talk to the hygienist, the dental hygienist, who would actually clean your teeth, do X-rays, and go over all of your oral health education. And I fell in love with that role too. So that is ironically how I got into dentistry. I always tell people that I don't know if I set myself up. I don't know, but it really showed me the importance of not necessarily. It showed me the importance of just not knowing and how important it is for you to have toothbrush and floss, but just know how important it is to drink more water, how important it is to make sure you brush 2 times a day. And something as simple as that is something that everybody can have. Everyone could be equipped with positive oral health. So that's how I jumped into it.
That's so interesting because most people's experience with dentists make them not want to deal with the dentist. It was the opposite for you.
Very strange. I'm telling you, Trey, it was very strange,
That's interesting,
but
but
I'm very
that's
thankful
great.
for the journey.
That's great. Michele Brown joins us. She's program coordinator, pediatric public health dental hygienist at South Carolina DHEC Division of Oral Health. We're talking about water today. It's drinking and we are coping with water. Now, you mentioned about all of the great benefits that it has to our body. How much water should we drink? First, as kids, as teens, adults, and then during our senior years.
Oh, well, I think that's a great question too, because I think we should drink water as much as possible. A lot of times, I recommend with parents and when I do have patients that you drink as much water as you can in between meals. You making sure that again you're taking that opportunity to rinse your teeth off from all the things that you consume today. Because I mean, let's be real. I love sweet tea still, believe it or not, but I have to constantly tell myself, water is important and it's important for my overall health, but it's also important for my oral health. And so, a lot of times that we just recommend just drinking water in between meals. A lot when you do, if you do have to have a soda or sweet tea or Gatorade, it'll break it up easily when you are consuming your meal. But water as often as you can. I don't think you can get too much water in
Oh,
you,
really?
but as far as I know, if you are thirsty, water should be a main choice of beverage.
So tell us, how do we get our kids to drink water? I have a little tip about this, but you tell me what you think.
Well, anything that you can offer, I'm pretty sure everyone can benefit from. So I have two little ones as well, and I have a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old, and the big thing is wanted them to not have the experience that I had.
Right.
So again, those beverages that I had growing up, tea and Mountain Dew, was a big thing in my household, and I wanted them to have the opportunity to have water, but not only have it, but enjoy it, and let that be the choice that they have. If you do have little ones, I say, let that be the primary beverage that you have. Um, you can always, for as far as adults go, you can definitely wean yourself slowly into drinking more water. I've had friends that slowly use like a lemonade, something that they can put into the water and then slowly
Right.
start drinking more and more of it. I think we've infused water is a big thing right now, and so
Yeah.
having that can help you drink more water as well.
So let's talk. I want to go back to the kids in a minute, but I want to ask about infused water because you mentioned it. So infusing your water, putting cucumbers or lemons or strawberries or whatever in it, that doesn't dilute the health benefits of water, or does it?
No, it's just an additive to it. Again, anything that's not just strictly water does have some form of sugar in it. But having fruits and vegetables in water, usually it's like a 30-minute prep time. You can cut whatever you would like, and then it sits for maybe, I think, up to 3 hours, because I have a really good friend that really enjoys her infused water. But it does not take away any benefits. If anything, it's actually adding some benefits, because some of the nutrients from the fruits and vegetables are probably being consumed as well.
Right. You know what I do? I also, but I'm a water drinker.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm probably
awesome.
not. Yeah. But
No,
I'm a big tea drinker. And again, I'm talking about hot tea. But
yeah.
I just will put my tea bags, which is either mint or turmeric and ginger or something like that. I'll just put the tea bag in the water. I won't put any kind of sugar or honey or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just drink it that way. So, but again, I know I'm a little different as far as
No, but that, and that has its benefits in itself. It's really when you add all the extra things to it. So, the biggest thing when it comes to black coffee and tea like that is like staining, not so much
yeah.
that. But other than that, if you're just drinking it the way that you've described, that's actually pretty okay.
So back to the kids. I
Mhm.
have now a 4 and 7-year-old, but I got the kids when they were 1 and 3.
Okay.
So I started because again, I think it's so much about again what you introduce the kids to, which is what you
Mhm.
said,
Right.
and what you do yourself, what they see you do. You know, the old saying, um, that children mimic what they see is so
Mhm.
true. Because I introduced those babies to water at 1 and 3,
Yeah.
and water still is their primary go-to, and
Right.
they know now that
Mhm.
that's what they drink. We
Right.
drink water for even at breakfast time, and it's so
Mhm.
interesting. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, water is their go-to. Now, they do drink some orange juice sometimes. I usually
Mhm.
do orange juice if they have a cold or whatever for the vitamin C, although they
Right.
do take a vitamin C supplement.
Mhm.
We'll drink milk sometimes, and then
Mhm.
and usually almond milk or
Yeah.
non-dairy milk. But
Yeah.
again, I'm a vegetarian. And also, I'll do a treat day. Like
Right.
yesterday, we went to the zoo, so they were giving out lemonade. I let them have some lemonade,
Right. Right.
but that's a treat,
Right.
that's a once in a thing. And but you really do have to introduce it early. Let them taste that it's okay to drink water. And
Mhm.
then it's a mindset too, Michelle, because now that 7-year-old is starting to see other kids drinking Capri Suns and high C and all kind of things, which are
Yeah.
very sugary,
Sugary.
you
Yeah.
know. And again, while I don't mind occasionally, I even said to Julius, the 7-year-old, it's okay that they're drinking that. They drink what they drink, but in our house, we
This
drink
is
water.
what you drink. Yep, that's right. I
Yeah.
can totally agree with that. So it's so funny. Have you when you give them the lemonade, do you see them go like this, like, "Ooh, this is so sweet"?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
that I see with my kids. If they ever get offered anything else, and I'm like, maybe you can have it today. That's fine. They're always like, "Ooh, ooh, it's too
Because
sweet."
their palate's not used to it.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes. And I
Yeah.
think, and I commend it. I completely agree. It's all how you said it's a matter of what they see, if they see you drinking a lot of water, they know that's the standard in the house. And then
Hmm.
also, having it there to consume regularly. It definitely sets a high standard for your household, for the health of their oral health in their body. So I agree. And I don't want to I do want to say this. I agree with you. If others drink Capri Suns, if others drink sweet tea, that is fine. That is what their household is. That is just fine. And it's a combination thing. So not only, we recommend drinking water, but making sure that you brush your teeth every day. Because if you brush your teeth and you floss along with drinking that water, then you can help your overall health and your oral health as well.
Absolutely. We're coping with water today. It's Drinking Water Week. Michele Brown joins us. She's a program coordinator and pediatric public health dental hygienist at the DHEC Division of Oral Health. Is there a good water and a bad water? Does it matter if you drink alkaline, spring water, carbonated water, Michelle?
I will say that sometimes carbonated water does add some extra bubbles to it, and that's probably an additive, but it's all about preference. Looking to see what can best benefit you and your body. If it's a question of which one could help me with my health, let's say if I have a chronic disease or something like that, that may be a question for your doctor. But as far as I know, as long as you're drinking water of some type, then you are fine, and that helps benefit. That's positive benefits to that for your body.
You mentioned chronic health.
Mhm.
Does water help if you have diabetes, heart disease, or hypertension? Do you know?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Consuming water definitely has the potential of lowering your blood sugar. Putting it in an area that is healthy for your body, lowering your blood pressure. Water definitely has some great benefits for chronic disease. Consuming it regularly definitely shows a better impact than consuming things other than that, as far as like sodas and sweet tea and things like that. So I absolutely recommend drinking water if you have a chronic disease.
Awesome. Now, we talked about all of the benefits of water. What happens if your body doesn't get enough water, Michele?
A lot of things can happen. That's a great question. Your body can generally shut down because it's not as hydrated as it needs to be, and so water definitely plays a major impact in keeping your body hydrated, keeping your bodily functions going. When you don't consume a lot of water, you may start to feel fatigue. You may start feeling weaker. Um, my body always have a radar in me that says, hey, you need to drink some more water. You need to drink some
Hmm.
more water. And I think everyone has that radar. It's just a matter of knowing what that looks like and being able to, make sure that you have what you need as far as water.
Awesome. It's Drinking Water Week, and today we've been coping with the importance of water. Michele Brown, Program
Mhm.
Coordinator and Pediatric Public Health Dental Hygienist at SCDHEC's Division of Oral Health, has been joining us. You can see her information on the screen. If you want more information on Drinking Water Week, you can go to the DHEC website. Michele, thank you so
Mhm.
much for
Thank
joining us today.
you.
Thank you for all of this important information and ways that we can enjoy more water for our oral and physical health. I appreciate you, girl.
Oh, thank you so much. This was wonderful. You were great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Keep drinking that water,
Please drink that water, especially in the summer hot. Drink it, drink it,
especially
drink
in the summer. Yes, yes,
it.
yes,
Yes,
absolutely. Thanks,
yes.
Michele.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. So, listen, if you have a story or initiative that could help someone cope, please email booking@copingwithtreytaylor.com. If you have a product or service that could help someone cope, please email copingwithtreytaylor@gmail.com. We would love for you to be a proud sponsor, just like In It Together SC, the Comet Bus System, the South Carolina State Fair, Agape Counseling and Training Services, also Palmetto Media Connections, and Javis Financial Services. Plus, Black Pages Black Expo coming up next weekend in Columbia, South Carolina. Coming up next, we've got your devotional on coping. I'm Trey Taylor. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, I'm Carolyn Sawyer, an entrepreneur and caregiver. Part of taking care of your health is knowing if you're at risk of type 2 diabetes. Prediabetes is serious and puts you at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. Up to 90% of South Carolinians who have it don't know they have it. Visit inittogethersc.org. Take an online test to find out your risk and join a diabetes prevention program. This message brought to you by the Diabetes Action Council of SC.
Hey there. Thank you so much for joining us on Coping. I'm Trey Taylor. We're giving you info and advice to help you thrive and survive in life because we will always be coping with something. Hey, before I leave, I want to share this devotional with you. This is from Conversations with God. It's from Cheryl Mims Williams with Agape Counseling and Training Services in Columbia, South Carolina. This is such a great book. It includes some of her prayers, some of her diary readings, and devotionals. This one says, "Trust me, my child. I know you're having a hard time praying, studying, and focusing on me. I know you don't like the way this feels. You can't rely on your feelings." That's good. This is about knowing, being faithful, and holding on. Knowing even if you don't feel or see it. Isn't that such a wonderful reminder that God is with us always, even if we don't feel it, see it, or hear it? We've got to know it. That's what faith is all about. It's from Williams from Agape Counseling and Training Services. This is called Conversations with God. I'm Trey Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us on Coping. We're giving you info and advice to help you thrive and survive in life, because we will always be coping with something. The good thing about it is that we're never alone. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Coping, find peace of mind to survive through whatever. Coping, learning the way that we thrive all together. Coping, finding out what's real. Coping, we can heal, we can heal, we can heal. Coping with stress, coping with strife, bringing hope for success, for improving our life. Coping beyond hoping to do more than survive, ways to live a healthy life. Coping and promoting, learning what you can do, 6 ways to a better you. Coping, find peace of mind to survive through whatever.